What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. My name is Andy McConnell. He is Cody Allstat. Cody, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Had a day off today and didn't do anything with it, so good day.
That's a perfect day off.
I should have golfed, but it was a little chilly this morning, and I didn't want my son to be out in the cold.
It was a little windy too. I mean,
Yeah.
that might hurt a little bit, but no, that's good.
Oh well.
That's good. Nice little. So, what you need to do today?
Came home, gave him a bath, did a little playing with some toy cars. He kept stealing mine. That's about it.
You got to keep your guard up. You can't let him take. You got to show him who's boss. Those are your cars.
Exactly. I stole those fair and square.
Exactly. I know from having like over 200 like actual cars as well. So yeah. It's like those are your cars.
Those are mine.
Nobody else's. Yeah, because then you know when. Oh, go ahead.
I should go home and go to my parents' house and steal all the old ones I used to play with. I bet they're still there somewhere.
And just count how many you have. Again, me and some buddies did that once, and it was like, oh my word.
I should count I used to have different styles of race cars, I had a lot. And I had my brothers too. I was the youngest, so we had a lot of them.
Nice.
They didn't age well though. Most of them were beat up.
I should look. I think mine actually have held together pretty well for the most part.
Well, they're not falling apart. They're just chipped and paint's peeling.
Now, I do have a few of those that are like that because, you got to have a nice little demolition derby with some of the cars where you line up a bunch on one end and a bunch on the other, and it's last man standing.
Did you have any cars that had the little thing you could flip and you could hit it and then it would flip on it and have a big dent on the side?
Nope.
Oh, I'll have to find that car, one of those, and show it to you.
I don't think so, at least. Ooh, yeah, I'd be happy to see that. I love those little toy cars.
Little die cast.
Yeah, I still collect them today, so it's always cool just, going into Walmart or Target, and it's like, oh, I don't have that one, or that one looks cool. I just found one a couple weeks ago that it was like a Kyle Larson, I think from winning the All-Star race last year, all covered in confetti and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So where's that at in your collection?
It's currently in a bag right now. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet still.
I assumed you'd bought it.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, I did buy it. I thought I said that.
Yeah. Oh, I heard you say you saw it. I didn't know if you bought it or
not. Okay. Yeah, no, I did. I did buy it. So how was the rest of your weekend?
Good. I did go play golf with a buddy on Sunday.
Okay.
And played just me and Scott Biederman. Yeah, we've talked about he's a longtime listener. And he's got the son, Will, that's a soccer superstar. And and I think one of his sons, Theo, is starting. His daughter, Addie, is also playing some soccer. And his son, Benji, is a center in 5th grade football.
Okay.
He's really coming along with that. So shout out to the Biedermans.
Center, most underrated part of the whole football team. They have a lot of responsibility.
They do. The Dolphins don't have a good one, and their center's not bad. Their offensive line is just a mess. Anyway.
Yeah. It's been a mess for a while, Cody. We both know that, unfortunately.
Only 20 some years.
Yeah, we'll get back to that later, though.
Yeah. Then we went to a trampoline park for some of my niece's birthday party.
Nice.
That was fun. Kids had a blast jumping in from a trampoline into a little ball pit or foam pit.
Did you partake?
Not this time. I've done it before, and that foam pit is not as easy to get out of as it looks like.
Oh, really?
Especially when you're old and fat.
But you're not. You're
not
old.
Both. Aw.
I was just trying to say you're young at least.
Yeah, well, that's not the hurtful part.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I got you.
But how about you? What'd you do this weekend?
Let's see. Watched football, watched some racing, had to ride up with my dad to a back appointment on Monday, which was fun up in Burnsville, and then got to drive back. Um, Not as many idiots on the road, only a few this time, so
Nice.
that was nice. Because Minnesota people, you cannot drive. Just admit it now. We all know it. And then, I don't know, we were trying to find something to listen to on the radio because, the radio stations kept cutting it out. And then I don't know why I did this to me. I started listening to the K-Fan, the Vikings radio network, and I don't know. I listened to it for about 5 minutes and I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it anymore.
Nice.
I do not like most Vikings fans.
I bet. Oh, it was a rough weekend to listen to it anyway.
Yeah, but it's all right. Super Bowls aren't won in September last time I looked, so we'll be all right.
Fair.
Hey, you know what is? Well, actually, it's not even one in September technically because we're in October now, correct? Right, today's October 1st.
Today is October.
So there is only one October, which means there is only one MLB postseason, and that starts today with the wild card round, which
nice.
My Twins are not in it because they choked the chicken. So,
did your internet?
What?
Your internet go out?
No.
Because the freaking light's not working.
Oh. No, sorry, Austin. No, we're still rolling the thing.
Yeah, you looked like you tried to mute it and then you unmuted
I
it
did.
again.
That was stupid. What? Okay. Yeah, no, that was.
Hi,
really
Austin, Andy's brother.
Yep, Austin's gone. Apparently, he's having some internet issues. I am not. So, yeah, I don't know why I tried to mute it. That was stupid on my part. Oh, gotta love live podcasting. This is fun.
You do.
Is my face red? I can't even look. It's like, not too bad.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
I mean,
okay.
It's ugly, but
thanks, Cody.
no problem.
Yeah, no, baseball postseason starts today. Twins are not in because they suck. And are cheap.
Cubs are not in it because they suck.
That's true. Yankees are not in this round because they're too good.
The Miami Marlins did not make it.
No, but hey, they did beat the Twins 2 out of 3 times last week, so good for them.
That's good.
They killed their whole
Hopes.
postseason run, but that was great. But now I will say before the season started, I had the Philadelphia Phillies beating the Baltimore Orioles in the World Series. I'm sticking with that prediction. Baltimore made the playoffs. The Phillies have a bye in this round, except Baltimore did lose today to Kansas City, I believe, in Game 1. It's a best 2 out of 3 for the wild card round. So we're a little down there right now. That's not good.
Were there any play-in games?
Yes and no. Yesterday on Monday, there was actually a doubleheader between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves because they had games postponed because of the hurricane, really nasty hurricane. And it was yes, and it was simple as this: if each team won a game of the doubleheader, they both got in the playoffs because they were battling for the 5th and 6th seed. If one team swept the other, the one team would get in as a 5 seed. The other team would be out, in the Arizona Diamondbacks, the World Series runners-up from last year, would have gotten the 6th seed.
Okay.
Well, the Mets had an amazing comeback in Game 1 and a very roller coaster last 2 innings. And the Braves won, I think, 3-0 in Game 2. So both teams got to pop the champagne and got to partake in the playoffs.
Nice.
And then the Mets won their game today against the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, good.
So the Diamondbacks didn't make it in at all?
Nope.
After making it to the World Series last year?
Yep, and the team that they lost to the Texas Rangers, they didn't make it either. So both World Series participants. But it's baseball. So much dirt. All you got to do is get hot for one October, and then, then we see what happens the next season. But yeah, the Mets beat the Milwaukee Brewers today. The Braves are trailing currently 3-0 to the San Diego Padres. So they're running, and they have some guys hurt. Their ace, Chris Sale, who's probably going to win the National League Cy Young, he had back spasms yesterday, and they left him off the postseason roster, or off the wild card roster. So that's not good.
It's not a deal.
No, but postseason baseball, it's very fun.
I know you didn't talk about the Chicago White Sox? How are they doing?
I mean, they only set the record for the most losses ever in a season. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Twins collapse was pathetic. The White Sox season was pathetic. Like, it was so
Yeah.
bad. I mean, their organization had to release a statement saying that we're sorry to the fans afterward. That's not good. Yeah, 41 and 121. Like,
That's
100
really bad.
in a 162 game season. They barely won over a quarter of their games.
That's not good at all.
No, that's really bad.
How bad did they set the record for most losses?
By 1 or 2, I believe.
Okay.
I think they either had to get to or get past 120 and to set the record. So,
Congrats.
yeah, congrats, Chicago. You are forever in infamy, I guess.
I guess.
Also,
Put that in like.
oh, good.
Is that worse than like the 0-16 Lions or
No,
Browns teams?
no,
You don't think so?
no. Like, not winning one game, that's awful. That's just
Right.
I
But
like.
you have 162 cracks at it. It's not like it's even. You'd have to try to lose them all.
Yeah, I think like if they would have only won like 25 games, then I could say that was closer probably to the Lions or the Browns. I would say this would be more of like Miami winning one game when they went 1-15. That's what I would equate this to.
Okay. That was rough. But God, I will tell you that catch against the from Cleo Lemon to Greg Camarillo in overtime against the Baltimore Ravens felt like winning the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, I assume. It was the greatest win that I remember. Like, I might put that above. I do put that above the Miracle in Miami. Because, my God, the euphoria from that. Like, are we going to be the first team to go 1-16 to we won in overtime against the Ravens?
And it didn't cost you the number 1 pick either.
No, we got Jake Long.
Yeah. Who else was in that draft? I don't even remember who else was in that draft.
Matty Ice was picked number 2.
Oh, well, he was number 2. Was Chris Long in that draft class?
Yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
Chad Henne was our first pick in the second round.
I mean, he had a long career, in a sense.
Did.
Not necessarily as a starter, but
not a good one. But like he has a couple Super Bowl rings, so
it was.
But he actually had meaningful minutes.
Yeah, especially for Kansas City.
Yeah.
One thing back on baseball, Pete Rose, the MLB's all-time hits leader, passed away
Rest
yesterday.
in peace.
Also, I mean, probably more famously known for the guy that bet on baseball and they got banned for life. So it's a very complicated legacy that Mr. Rose leaves.
It's a travesty that he is not in the Hall of Fame.
Especially this day and age where every sports league, every network has some affiliation with some gambling site. I mean, heck, ESPN has their own betting platform.
Right. And the fact that he bet on his team, he never bet against himself. Like, he had nothing to. He never threw a game or like there's nothing.
Nope.
Nefarious about what he was doing. It's just.
Yeah, the integrity of the game was never compromised, basically.
Right.
Like, so I mean, that's why I don't quite. I mean, I understand why he was banned, but I don't know why they couldn't have lifted the ban, in a sense. You know, like especially when they all started diving into the gambling stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that
do you think?
I mean, oh, good.
Do you think he makes the Hall of Fame posthumously now?
It'd be a totally baseball thing to do. I mean, in all honesty, like I could see this even happening. Now this would be maybe 30, 40, 50 years down the line to Barry Bonds, like finally getting in the Hall of Fame after everything. But I mean, I think he should be. I don't know if he will be, but
I think I believe he will be put in it now that he's deceased, but
Yeah. And again,
he should have been a long time ago.
and I was watching something today where, I mean, if anything, just put on the bottom of his plaque, he was banned from baseball. And you can even put just a little quick 1-line, 2-line snippet of why.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's all a very complicated thing, and it's what. Oh, good.
He is so many people I know, like older generation's favorite baseball player.
Yeah, Charlie Hustle. I still don't understand how he got the name Charlie. I don't really quite get that, but like all the images that I saw on Twitter today were just of him diving headfirst, like going all out. I mean, heck, there's even a play from the All-Star game where I think he ruined a catcher's career because he bowled over him at home plate.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so the catcher got hurt, and I don't know if it was for the winning run or if it was for something, but yeah, I mean, guy could hit, and guy played like metaphorically till the whistle in baseball, if that makes sense.
Gave it his all.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Yes, for sure. Who was your favorite baseball player of all time?
I would say Torrey Hunter for the Twins. It's either Torrey or Barry. I mean, I did love Barry Bonds, but Torrey Hunter was always fun because he could hit dingers, but I loved how he played out in center field.
Okay.
Like I'd always just try to pretend like robbing home runs, trying to emulate like some of his catches and stuff, including one that he had with Barry Bonds in the All-Star game in 2002 in Milwaukee. But yeah, no, he was so fun. He was so fun to watch just as a player. So no, I always loved Torrey Hunter.
I had one baseball player I ever really paid attention to, and that was Ken Griffey Jr.
Ooh, yeah. See, and unfortunately, most of my Ken Griffey memories are when he was with the Reds and he was like hurt 95% of the time. Like always toward the tail end of his career.
Mariners.
Yep, Mariners. Then he went to the Reds, and he had a brief stay with the White Sox too.
That's right, he did.
And I don't know if he went to one other team, like maybe trying to chase a ring or whatever. But fun fact about Ken Griffey. Who we got?
Aiden.
Oh, we got another guest. We have two guests today. I mean, because technically Austin was a guest.
That's true.
Oh.
We got Aiden and Dino. Can you say hi?
Nice.
Are you supposed to be up right now? You are?
Nice.
Okay. You should go to bed.
Oh.
Okay. Good night, bud.
Bye, Aiden.
I love you.
We have two guests tonight, Cody.
He I did not expect to see him there. That was, especially it's 9:30. He's supposed to be at
9:30. Yeah.
Hour and a half ago.
Yeah, usually, yeah, you're right. Usually he's out unless if you just tell him that he's gonna come when he came on the first time.
Yeah. Little turd.
Okay. What else? WNBA playoffs are still going on. I don't really think anybody cares anymore right now.
Nope. I saw that the ratings dropped drastically.
Yeah, let's see. I gotta find the tweet because somebody actually had numbers to back it up.
Was it on Hawkeye Heaven that you saw it?
No. From the Sky, Scott Agnes, and I don't know. He knows. Maybe he might just be. I don't know. Oh yeah, he works for he's the Fever beat writer. So this is actually legit. So now these are comparable time slots, as in both of the Fever's last game and then the Aces and the Liberty were both on Sunday going head-to-head against the NFL. So similar time slots and everything. So Caitlin's last game, the Fever's last game, I should say, drew 1.84 million people. Pretty good number.
Yep.
A WNBA Finals rematch between the Las Vegas Aces and New York Liberty drew 929,000. I mean, still a decent number. I mean, but that's 900,000 more people that tuned in for Caitlin's game. Yeah.
And this is the two best teams, like what's been two of the best teams in basketball.
Yeah, and the Liberty
For
won again
years.
tonight, so they're up 2-0. And then the Minnesota Lynx and Connecticut Sun are playing right now. I'm actually going to see what that score is, because Connecticut stole game 1 on the road. And, of course, the game's not commercial, so I don't know who's winning right now. But, yeah, so, again, no matter how many people want to deny it, Caitlin Brand's eyeballs, believe it or not.
Yep.
Which, at least good for her
She's the
now
draw.
that she's going to get, like, a nice little, like, 6-month vacation just to step away, get out of the limelight.
I did see that there's going to be a draft, basically, where each team gets to, like, because they're an expansion league draft, basically.
Yep, an expansion draft, yep. Where the 12 teams in the WNBA, they each get to protect 6 players from their roster.
Mm-hmm.
And then the remaining 6 players are thrown into this draft pool where I think it's the Golden State Valkyries, I believe is what the new team name is.
Okay.
They get to select one player from each team that's not protected. So just hypothetically, let's say if the Fever for some reason didn't protect Caitlin, Aaliyah Boston, and I'll say like Kelsey Mitchell, the Valkyries could have their pick of like those 3, one of those 3.
Okay. Those 3 are definitely going to be protected.
Yeah. I don't know who they're gonna leave up, but yeah, it is kind of interesting because some teams will have to make decisions. I think even like salary cap wise and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then I think the WNBA just announced that they're going to expand to Toronto like the following year, and then I thought they announced maybe one more place, maybe not, or maybe they were talking about a 15th. But
there was a 15th team announced. Feels like it was more Midwest.
Oh wait, or was it Portland? I think it was Portland.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Maybe not. But yeah, that is good. Good for the WNBA. I mean, that's how you generate more money too. Believe it or not.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep, Toronto and then Portland.
Okay.
That's where
I don't know why I thought there was a Midwest team.
I don't know where else they would. I mean, unless if they want to put one in Wisconsin or Missouri, those are the only 2 that really Midwest-wise that would work. Or Iowa.
Yeah.
If it's Iowa, we can bring Caitlin back.
Yeah, they would.
Bring
They'd do everything they could.
Let's see. What else is going on in the sports world? Anything else you got?
Wrexham had a game today that they lost. So they're still in second place in League One. They are 5-2-2. Lost 1-0 to. I don't remember I know that they let up a goal in the first 10 minutes and never answered.
Okay.
So.
U.S. won the President's Cup over the weekend in golf.
Yeah, they did.
A little bit of antics.
Did you see Max Homa's chipping or not chipping? Like was it Max Homa? I don't remember who. I thought it was.
Let's see. I didn't see
he
it.
had
The only
backspin that like he hit it past and he hit it like pin high. It bounced a couple times and then backspin and it just shot off like a rocket right into the cup.
Dang.
The
only thing from Max that I saw was him. They have Jim Furyk in the foreground and they have Max Homan in the background just slamming a beer.
Nice.
Because I think he said he was the last one off on Sunday, so we had to catch up. Good.
Tom Kim was upset at one point.
Yeah, at some language that was used, I guess.
Yeah.
I know. I saw a lot of people were bashing Tom Kim, and I'm not here for the Tom Kim slander.
He was also pretty upset that they made him putt one.
Yeah, I did see that too. Like, did you see what Siwoo Kim did on? I think it was on Saturday though, where he chipped in from off the green, and then he gave like the little night celebration.
Oh god!
But it wasn't to win the match. It was when the match was all square. And then I think they lost said match. But it was like, oh my word, he was like, there was one of the matches where he was rolling in a putt, I think to win the match, and he took off his hat, kind of a la like I think we've seen Tiger. Like there's a video of Tiger doing it, but he took off his hat before the ball was even in the hole. Oh, that was. I mean, he brought some
Pretty-
juice to the event, which was good. I mean, it needed some. There was no buzz going into this at all.
No, it does not have the same feel that the
Ryder Cup has.
Ryder Cup does.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Tom Kim and Scotty yelling back and forth at each other. Now, granted, they're buddies, so that kind of has a different meaning. But again, golf is fun when you have guys like these team events. Like somebody was saying that it would be cool if they actually had a few more of these. Like not necessarily maybe go Ryder Cup or President's Cup, but just a few more team events where you have guys yelling at each other like this. Like have like a team match play deal or something like that.
Dude, that's where live and PGA should link up. If they're trying to work together anyway.
Yeah, I just don't trust Jay Monahan or whoever's heading the Live tour.
Who is it?
I mean, like whoever the Saudi person is that's in charge.
No,
I don't.
Definitely
I also
not.
don't. I mean, I don't trust Greg Norman at all either. I think he's still with the Live tour, but
yeah. I did watch today. One of the first times I've ever watched one of Bryson's like full videos. I watched him play a match against Bob Does Sports.
Oh boy!
I think it was fun. I really enjoyed watching it. It was cool to see. And he talked about like they asked him what his favorite things about Live were compared to PGA and what he misses the most about PGA.
What did he say? Just out of curiosity.
So he likes the team aspect of the Live. He's like it kind of brings back college vibes, but better. And then he misses most just some of the courses he could play with the PGA or some of the events,
which is understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, you kind of made your own bed here, so you kind of got to live with what you got at the moment.
You got to live with it. Don't blame him, though. I guess there's a lot of dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, a lot of zeros attached to that contract, and it'd be hard to turn down unless if your name is Tiger.
Right, and they asked him what the other than anything Tiger could do, what's the best person you've seen at one aspect of golf, and he said without a doubt Phil with his short game. It's just the most insane things that you could do with a golf ball.
Especially the flop shots that he hits. It's like, especially Prime Phil in that. It's like, oh my word.
He was so good.
Yeah. I mean, I would take I know that Prime was only like 3 years, but I would take Prime Jordan Spieth putting where you know that anything
it's on the
up
green.
to like 30, 40 feet, you're like, okay, well, this is going in.
Yeah. He was, the thing was like, it wasn't long reads a lot of times. It was just like,
quick read and then, what I would do to have that Jordy back. Like,
I would just, I miss Spieth Prime.
Well, because I think
Rory's prime. Rory might be at his prime, but
that's true. I think like Prime Spieth, Prime Spieth in terms of popularity, like that was more than Scotty has right now. Now Scotty's gotten more after being an inmate, but I mean, everybody loved Jordan. Like it was the most fascinating thing to watch, even before we really got on the Spieth coaster. It was just like you knew if he hit it in a bad spot, it's like he's gonna get out of this. I don't know how, but he's gonna get out of this.
He was so open about it. He's like, the reason I'm so good at these shots is because I hit them a lot. Like, yeah,
he's not wrong.
He knew the rule book.
Oh yeah, and then him and Michael. I can only imagine what Michael Greller's his caddy is like if it's just spinning as well inside or what's going on. Well, other than that, Cody, you have anything else you want to talk about? At least non-football wise?
No, hockey still hasn't really. I mean,
yep, that starts next week. Don't worry, we'll get into that next week.
Yeah, that's about all I can think of.
Okay, well, I guess. Do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
That's good because don't worry, we're not getting there yet.
I know
we have the college ranks first, and
there is some. college
I
football to
had
talk about.
I had some PTSD Friday night. I'm going to be honest. Miami against Virginia Tech. What is a catch in the end zone? I don't know. I thought it was a Fail Mary Part 2.
It kind of was.
I will say
It was a
watching that
great
live,
game.
it was a very great game. Watching it live, I didn't think he caught it initially. So even when they
Yeah.
ruled touchdown on the field, it's like I don't know about that. But then even watching the replay, it's like I don't think he caught it, but definitively you can't say. So
That
technically, that should hold up as a
stand.
touchdown. Yeah,
That's one of those. I thought that whatever was the call, I didn't think he caught it, but if they called it a catch, they couldn't overturn it.
yeah.
But
But now Miami's undefeated. I mean, now granted, the ACC replay center looked at that, and maybe they gave them the benefit of the doubt because it might be the ACC's best chance of getting in the playoff.
very true.
But I mean, yeah, Miami's still alive. Cam Ward, heck, he had a Will Levis type play that actually worked. Like
He had a Heisman moment.
yeah. Who else had a Heisman moment? Jalen Milroe of Alabama. What a game that was.
Very good. What's a 17-year-old kid's name?
Ryan Williams.
Williams.
Apparently, Mike Vick fan.
He's
Ryan Williams.
very good.
Yeah, like that touchdown, the game-winning touchdown that he had, that like little stutter stop juke move that he had was nasty.
Dude, I thought he was getting knocked out of bounds by about 3, 4, 5 different people. He just kept going.
Well, and then I was reading yesterday. You know, he took his mouth guard out before he got to the end zone. Like he was at like the 3-yard line. He was taking his mouth guard out.
Wow, well, better than dropping the ball.
Yeah, that's true. But kid's got swagger.
He does have that.
Has to learn a little bit off the field, but
Yeah.
Kid's got swagger.
He's got a future as long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah,
he's very good.
Again, only 17, so he's going to be in college for another. Well, he probably will for sure play next year, and then we'll see what happens. He might just sit out that third year.
Yeah,
because I mean, Ohio State has a wide receiver like that too.
Jamar Chase-esque.
Yeah, at least Chase had the excuse of it was during the COVID year, so he could just sit out. If we really want to go back, it's back to like one of the 95 Mike Williamses that played. The one that played for USC sat out a year.
Did he go to the Lions?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
because the Lions loved wideouts, lots and lots of wideouts.
I think they had multiple Mike Williams.
That is true. Now I gotta ask, how did Bama jump Texas in the polls? I don't understand it.
The only thing, Texas's win wasn't as big as they wanted it to be.
I guess, but Bama almost blew a 30-point lead at home.
Yeah.
Like I don't quite get that. Like it's just reactionary, spur of the moment type deal. Or yeah, I don't quite.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Texas is the best team in the country. I think Tennessee is number 2. I really do. And then Iowa plays Ohio State this week. I don't know if they're going to score more than one touchdown. We'll find out.
See if their defense can get a pick. 6.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe they win, and it maybe sets up well for them to hit the playoff, to reach the playoff. You never know. Miracles happen.
That's true. I don't see that one, but maybe.
Yeah.
What else?
I was going to say anything else college-wise won?
College football.
Indiana won again. We're 5-0. We're ranked. Army and Navy are 5-0.
Did Indiana trail at all this last game? Because I saw that they were one of 4 teams not to have trailed at all this season going into that game. Texas still has not.
Let's see if I can find that. I don't know if they were down 7-0 early. Let's see. I'm seeing if I'm trying to look. Dana might be able to find it. Yeah, I thought they were maybe down 7-0, but again,
Okay.
I could very easily be wrong. Let's go to the little box score against Maryland. Nope, they never trailed.
They're one of 3 or 4 teams that have not trailed yet this season.
Yeah, Coach Signetti, the guy who they got from James Madison, right now really program turnarounder. Like, this is what I like to see personally.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Also, Travis Hunter probably should be the Heisman, the
Yes.
all do everything guy from
Oh,
Colorado.
that was one thing I was going to say is Colorado seems better than last year.
They look competent. Like,
They do.
even better than the first 2 games of the year. They look competent now.
Mm-hmm.
So good for Coach Prime and crew. That really does pain me to say, but good for them.
Yeah. I'm indifferent, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Every sport needs a villain that you need to root for, and that's where I root. That's who I root against.
Fair enough.
Okay. So do you want to talk about the NFL, or do you just want to breeze on by that?
No, we can talk about it. I'm a Dolphins fan. It's not like I'm not used to disappointment.
Okay, that's true. So should we do you want to start off with the Dolphins game, or should we start?
Let's start Thursday night.
Okay, work our way up.
Yeah.
Cowboys Giants. I
Kind
don't
of
know
a
how the
snoozer.
Giants. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey drilled a 60-yarder and then missed another kick.
Yeah.
Missed a kick. The Cowboys had CD Lamb in the backfield at times, and Daniel Jones is bad.
Very, very bad.
Yeah.
Actually, did you see? I saw a video today of their GM talking to his kids, and his kid asking them who he thinks they should pick for the draft last year.
And they all said all the different quarterbacks.
They were all quarterbacks. It's like,
your kids might know ball more than you do.
Yeah, all of the players they picked were better than anything you have right now.
Yeah, and they don't have Saquon either. They do have Malik Neighbors. He's kind of good.
Oh, they might have actually named him. One of them might have said Malik Neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Which, I mean, they're not wrong there. But when you don't have a competent quarterback who can throw you the ball, it doesn't matter.
Right. Daniel Jones ain't him, but he is getting $40 million a year. So
good for him. I mean, Dak's getting $60 a year, I think, right?
It's true.
So good for Dak. The Cowboys, they're still going to be, they're just bad, but good for them.
Broncos Jets.
I know it was rainy and windy, but how?
We talked about how good Rodgers looked in one of his games this year.
Last week against New England, or 2 weeks ago.
He didn't look so good this game. He hasn't looked good the rest of them, really.
No. His offensive line's bad. I don't know if he forgot that Breece Hall's on his team. Breece hasn't been doing great. Things are not rosy in New York right now. They're not all Pete.
Yeah. I think him and Coach might have had some more strife too.
Something with the cadence, like Rodgers' cadence, which he has been, like, even when he was in Green Bay, he was the master of the hard count and everything. That's how he got people to show him also the defense of what they're going to be running. So again, Robert Saleh might be one of those guys, really good D coordinator, which, I mean, their defense has been suspect at times this year already, but maybe just really good D coordinator, not meant to be head coach.
Right. Yeah.
And like Bo Nix had -7 yards, I believe, at halftime.
And they won.
And they still won. Yeah, it's
Slop
the Jets.
fest.
It is the Jets. Let's see.
Well, Vikings Packers. I know you really want to talk about this game. My question to you, one, are the Vikings for real?
Yes.
Does the Packers coming back and making it close make it easier or worse?
Oh, easier by far.
Does it?
Because let's see, 4 turnovers, 2 missed field goals, and at least 6, 7, 8 drop passes, and you lost by 2. We'll
Fair.
We will be all right. That's
but did that
thought.
make it sting more at the time? Giving you
No.
the hope that, like, oh my God, they're actually going to make this comeback, and then never mind?
No, in all honesty, it didn't, surprisingly. Like, if we would have just gotten obliterated, that probably would have hurt a little bit more, just because of who it was against. But I personally think Packers fans felt better about the game than the Vikings fans did.
Yeah. But Darnold's looked good.
He's probably second in the MVP voting right now. Josh Allen probably still number 1. In all honesty. Yeah, Darnold looked good. That throw that he had to Justin Jefferson, where I don't think he could have put it in a tighter window. My gosh.
No, that was insane. That's remember Brian Dabble used to say that about Tua, about like
Yeah.
a lot of guys can hit the side of a barn. So there's some guys can hit the door. Some can hit the really good ones can hit the door knob. He could have hit the keyhole. Like,
yeah, that was pretty freaking impressive. But I mean, I'm just happy Packers did fight back. I mean, I know Love had 3 picks, but one of them was because 2 guys ran in the same spot on the route. The first one was just bad. He threw a hospital ball to Christian Watson, and luckily, I don't think Watson is going to be out that many games. But that was bad. And then the last one is that Brian Flores schemed up a perfect blitz, and he threw a jump ball to Dontavian Wicks that Wicks couldn't find.
This is one of the weirdest things that I've been seeing on the internet, and this might just because like I'm on Dolphins pages, but they are giving so much more credit to Brian Flores than they are to the actual head coach of their run. I
mean, O'Connell, he should be coach of the year favorite right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing this with a backup quarterback. I mean, I know this Darnold started before, but he was supposed to be their backup going into this year.
Yeah.
Like, he might have just resurrected this guy's career and made him a lot of money after this year.
For sure.
So I think you have to give KOC credit, as much as that pains me to say as a Packers fan, but I mean, they've done well.
Very well.
They're arguably the best team in the NFC right now. Not the best team in football, but I'll say the best team in the NFC.
They are the surprise of the NFL by far.
Oh, yeah. At least in a good way. The good surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Miami's one of the surprises. Yeah.
Well, the whole state of Florida actually is Tampa's not a big surprise, but Jacksonville. No. Ooh, Jacksonville. How does Doug Peterson still have a job?
I don't understand it, honestly. I did not think he would be. Oh, here's another guest. I didn't think he would be here last week, and I don't know how he's still there today. Yeah,
because I didn't watch much of the Jags-Texans game, but I guess they tried running a quarterback power from fourth and goal at the 1. It's like, oh boy. Maybe he's just trying to get Trevor killed before he goes out. I don't know. Now, on the flip side, though, how good is Houston? Like, in all honesty, how good are they?
I don't know.
Because, all their wins are against bad teams, and they're not, blowing them out. They're close.
No.
And then their one game against a good team in Minnesota last week, they get the doors blown off. So, I don't know how good
there's a few teams like that. I also think about them and Buffalo are both kind of like the Dolphins of last year, where they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
And they're getting stomped on by the teams that are good.
Now, can we, on that Buffalo-Baltimore game, first off, Derrick Henry, he's good. I really thought he was going to kill DeMar Hamlin again.
He has the second most times reaching 20 miles per hour plus.
Yeah, he reached over 20, over 21 on that touchdown run.
Yeah.
And he's what,
Dude's
250?
was he 6'3",
Yeah,
250?
6'3", 6'4",
He's
something like that. Yeah.
and he's got some miles on him.
Yeah.
This is a G-Wagon there with 300,000 miles on it, like speeding down there.
Because, I mean, he was used a lot at Bama. Obviously won the Heisman at Bama. And then Tennessee rode him, like, starting year 2 or 3, but they rode him like a rented pony. Basically,
You ever look up his
carry the team.
You ever look up his high school stats?
Oh, I heard they're nuts.
Insane.
But yeah, I thought on that touchdown run, though, I was just waiting for DeMar Hamlin to get close, and I thought he was going to stiff arm him into oblivion.
Yeah. He was very...
But then Baltimore, they jump out to the big lead, like it's kind of their MO, and then Buffalo climbs back, and then they run a stupid trick play.
Yeah.
Which made no sense at the time, and then they almost got Josh Allen hurt, like really hurt. And then all the momentum changed.
Yeah, it was quite late into the game when I finally felt Baltimore has this secure, because that has been them for years, where they get big leads and they blow them.
I mean, look at last week against Dallas. They're 28-6 and almost blew it. But, I mean, Lamar still played well. That throw, though, that Josh Allen had where he was rolling right.
God.
Oh, my gosh. He is the current age Brett Favre, where he will, if there is any remote chance he can complete a pass, it's like he's going to let it rip. The only problem is that he then tried to do that 2 or 3 more times during the game and should have probably got picked. Which, that was kind of like old Josh Allen a little bit.
Yeah, like year 1, year 2.
Yeah. Where it's just like, you don't know what you were seeing. Like, in all honesty, it's kind of like early Josh Allen. It's kind of like Anthony Richardson right now, where you don't, like, there are times when he throws a football where it's like, oh, that's why people are really high on him. And then there's other times where he throws it and it's like, this guy shouldn't be in the league at all. Like, he's bad. I know he's hurt. Because an elite quarterback is now, I guess, manning under center for Indianapolis. Joe Flacco.
Have you seen anything about how long Richardson's out?
No, but I heard it. I don't know if he had a hip pointer or something with his hip, and the Colts still ran him after he came out of the game initially.
Yeah.
When he was, yeah, that's what you want to do with your potential franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Just because I'm going to, I'm going to the Dolphins Colts game, and the Austin is a Colts fan, and I think when we were discussing going to this game, our quarterbacks were still both in the league, but we had said, like, there's a good chance that neither of our quarterback is starting at that time, and for sure Tua isn't. It'll be interesting to see if Richardson is there.
So you might get a Huntley versus Flacco showdown.
Yeah. Which finally, Huntley showed some sign of life near the end of the game, but too little, too late.
So, and speaking of that end of the game, should we? We'll jump back to the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
But should we get into our pest of the week?
Let's bring it in. This week's pest of the week, as always, is brought to you by Decora Pest Control. Call Cass for all of your pest control needs. He covers earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, bees, fleas, box elder bugs, mice, and rats. He also inspects for termites. He does residential and commercial pest control, and he offers monthly and quarterly services. Call Cass at 563-419-3251. And tell him the boys at the last podcast. What am I thinking? I might have listened to that today a little bit. Tell him the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you.
That was almost a perfect ad read, and then
boom, I blew it.
Yeah.
But wait. You know what? I just realized. I think we were changing our. Are we talking about the kicking?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because there's two things in that game that we almost talked about. The Dolphins scored a touchdown late. No, they
Safety.
gave up a safety
Yep.
late in the game, but they were down by 2 possessions at the time and were trying to kick it or get the ball back. So they did an onside punt, and that the Dolphins recovered it, and then they said it was, and the special teams coordinator for the Titans was very upset with his team for not going after the ball. But it turns out the Dolphins had kicked it over the zone that they are allowed to for punts on onsides, and they have ruined kicking in the NFL.
Yep.
Like, it's tough to watch.
Yep.
Go back to what, like, it's never been great, but it's never been this bad. It is awful.
It's all just confusing. Like, nothing needs to be this confusing.
No. This is a simple game. Football is a simple game.
I know, but we keep trying to make it more and more complex and absolutely stupid. Like, somebody suggested just go to the college rule, like college kickoff, where you have a normal kickoff, you can do a fair catch inside the 25-yard line, and boom, you get the ball at the 25.
Yeah.
Or heck, you can move it out to
is.
the 30 if you really want to. Yeah, it'd be a lot better. And then you could have some surprise onsides. You could bring that back into the game. You wouldn't have to worry about
like
players knowing those type of the rules.
Think of the Colts and the Saints Super Bowl. That's a different outcome without that kick. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's strategy in that type of stuff. Like, and it was, you can't do that anymore.
No,
you have to be down in the fourth quarter to be able to kick an onside.
Yeah, I really hope this is one of those one-year experiments that the NFL just like, nope, this isn't.
I wish they'd have had it like a temporary, like 4-game or something like that, just to try it out and seeing that it didn't work. But I'm guessing we have to ride it out for at least a season.
Yeah, because I mean, they tried it out during the preseason and it still didn't look good. People weren't happy, and it's like, nope, we're still going to keep.
Let's go with it anyway. Yep.
Yeah, it's not like we're a multi-billion-dollar league or anything. But yeah, NFL.
The kicking in the NFL is awful right now.
Yeah, it is.
Awful.
Yeah, it is. Hey, one thing. You know what was not awful? We've going back to that Baltimore-Buffalo game. Who scored a touchdown for Baltimore? Do you remember? Cody, what do we love on this podcast?
Oh, yeah, fullback.
Pat Ricard, probably the second best fullback in the game.
Yep.
Recovered a fumble for a touchdown.
Recovered a fumble. Whatever it takes to get him the ball.
Yeah, but we'll take it. We love
it. It was
fullbacks
awesome.
here.
It was not a confusing play, but...
Yeah, but hey, it all counts the same. Let's see. Any other games you want to touch on? I mean,
let's see.
Tampa handled Philly.
Yeah. Eagles are... Sirianni's going to get fired.
Yep. I did say that before the year started.
You did.
It might be one of my 2 predictions I get right.
Saints, Falcons.
Young Wei Koo with a bomb for the win.
The Battle of the Cats. Bengals, Panthers. Nothing really exciting. Panthers are not good, but...
The Bears beat the Rams. How? I really don't know
how. The Colts did beat the Steelers.
Yep. Justin Fields had a heck of a game, though.
Maybe rookie right now, hands down, rookie of the year. Daniels for the Commanders. Like, just wow. Dismantled the Cardinals.
Yeah. I mean, could you say Daniels has a chance to kind of do what CJ Stroud did last year? Maybe even be a borderline MVP candidate?
100%. As the way he's playing right now, they are without a doubt the best team in the NFC West right now. East.
NFC East. Yep. Best team in the NFC West? I still think it's San Francisco.
Yes.
Brock Purdy's still playing good ball.
They beat the Patriots 30-13.
And Christian McCaffrey might potentially be out for the year. He has Achilles tendonitis in both legs. That's not good. That's not good at all. And then
the Raiders,
Browns, that. Oh, I guess
Um,
there is one big thing coming from that
Deshaun
game.
sucks.
Well, that too. But Devontae Adams wants out.
Yes, he does.
This just shows you the grass is not always greener on the other side. Because he wanted out of Green Bay, wanted to play
Yeah.
with his didn't really believe in Jordan Love, but he also wanted to play with his college teammate. But now he's probably going to get to go to New York, so good for Devontae.
Whatever. It's a business. I don't fault them for trying to get money.
Yeah,
That's what the team like. I've discussed this with you. You're a little bitter just because he left Green Bay.
a little bit.
So I'm not going to fault any guy for going after their paycheck when these teams don't show them any loyalty. But
that does remind me. Before we get to our picks, there is one other thing money related I do want to touch on. And then Chiefs Chargers. Rashid Rice might not actually be out for the year.
Oh, really? Didn't see that.
They don't think he actually tore his ACL.
Okay.
Which is good, because that was a Mahomes double whammy. He threw the pick, and then he's the one that hurt Rashid Rice when he was diving for the fumble.
Oh, yeah. Like his collision with Rice?
Yeah, because I think Patty went for the ball, and I think he landed on Rice or did something with Rice.
See, Cam Newton had it right. Just
stay away
after the ball.
Except, I don't know, maybe in the biggest game of the year you might want to. Regular season game I can understand. Biggest game of the year you might want to. And then I guess the Monday night finale, Lions win, 42-29?
That was a fun game to watch.
Back
a little
and
bit
forth.
that I watched. It was a lot better game than the other one.
I'll eat crow a little bit. Jared Goff didn't. He looked good. He didn't miss one pass.
Did you see Dan Campbell gave the game ball to somebody else, and he feels really bad about it?
Yeah, I mean, Detroit finally gets their perfect game, and now Jared can't even keep the ball after that.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But their jerseys looked awesome.
You know what? The more and more I watched, I didn't initially like them, but it's like, oh yeah, they actually did look pretty sweet.
They looked awesome. I liked it a lot.
You know what I didn't like? Combined with Devon Achane getting stuffed at the 1 yard line, and then Jamison Williams busting that 70-yard touchdown, I lost fantasy by 0.16 this week. A little over a yard and a half I lost by. We're finally going to have win number 1, and then within about a 2-minute span, it all went downhill. It was so bad.
Fantasy football's fun.
No, it isn't. Don't lie.
Nope.
Don't lie.
I hate it.
It's not fun.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, I hate it so much, but I can't wait to draft a new team next year.
Well, like I've said all along, my favorite part of it is drafting. Like, it's just the get together, the camaraderie with the guys. I don't do well most years, and I also don't do a lot of trades and all that. But
I don't either. I always have. I just have the feeling I would have buyer's remorse of trading for some guy, and then my other guy would do well.
Yeah.
So, not ideal. Okay, so what I want to go back to, because we're talking about, people getting their money and everything. Do we want to touch on what's going on with UNLV and their quarterback situation?
Yeah, we do. We probably should touch on that a little bit. So they had a guy transfer in. I don't know where it was from.
Holy Cross. That's where he transferred in from. Yep.
And he took UNLV to their first ever 3-0 start.
Yep.
Been playing really good football. And then announced that he was taking a redshirt season because I think they can play up to 3 or 4 games.
I think it's 4.
And still keep their red shirt. Said that promises weren't kept from the university. And he was not playing for them anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, those promises were not written agreements like any of these NIL deals are. They're all verbal.
Yeah.
And apparently he was promised $100,000 from some UNLV NIL thing.
Just ask Caden Proctor. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
None of it's guaranteed. I mean,
are we allowed
on either end?
Are we allowed to say the name Caden Proctor here? Because no, I don't think
he's been playing.
likes him.
He was playing really good too. I've seen.
I know, that's what sucks. That's what all sucks about it.
He's going to be a top pick in the NFL.
Yeah. So when he's getting introduced, like, when they're doing the Sunday night introductions, does he say Alabama via Iowa via Alabama again?
He could.
Or roll Hawkeyes? Does he, like, combine both of them? I think Russ does, like, a whole pack of Badgers or something like that.
He shouldn't, because he never actually played for Iowa.
That's true. That is very true.
He just messed up things for Iowa a couple times.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Got him in a little trouble.
Yeah. So back to the UNLV quarterback. Now, this next week, with the first game without him, they won 59-14.
Didn't know that.
So does this mean that he was smart for leaving to try to protect his stock, or does this just mean, okay, maybe it's actually not him?
Maybe it's the coach. Maybe it's the team.
Yeah, maybe it's a team playing ticked off because their quarterback and running back both left.
Oh, the running back left too?
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
Yeah. Welcome to the wild, wild west that is NIL. And it is just a tip.
Yep. I don't know what's going to happen with it in the future. It's going to get nasty.
I don't know if these kids you're eventually have to get some legislation in to sign contracts and the whole nine, but that would mean the NCAA would have to do something, and they don't do anything.
That's true.
They're very corrupt.
And what does this show for other kids? Like, kids are gonna go, like, let's say a kid comes out and balls out for, I don't know, like,
I'll say you and I, for example. Yeah. I'll say you and I.
Let's go you and I, and then, okay, well, shoot, I have another year of eligibility. Maybe I could go play for Iowa, or Iowa gives them a call and says, I'm just saying Iowa because
I know
quarterback,
but that's where I was kind of going to anyway.
But what's to stop them? I mean, in these, maybe not an unofficial call, or like that type of stuff's going to happen, and already does.
Yeah, again, there's no rules and regulations. There's nothing in place to stop any of this from happening. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a bad way we're trending.
There was a lot of that stuff in wrestling going on this last year, because like these all kinds of people started transferred to Iowa or away from Iowa without any really talking about it. They weren't in the transfer portal, but all of a sudden they're on the school's roster. Like, it happened a lot between Iowa and SDSU. There was a swap, and basically Oklahoma and Iowa had a swap of wrestlers. Like, it's going to get nasty, and I don't know what they can do to fix it, but.
Well, and then how do you feel if you're a teammate of a guy who says, "Hey guys, I mean, I know I was with you guys for 3 games, but I might get some more money to go somewhere else, so I'm gonna sit out."
Right. It's just, I mean, it already is this way, but it's just going to get worse and worse. There's going to be a few good schools that have all the money that are taking the best talent. They're going to become the Yankees of football, and
yep, it'll be Bama, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, and you can pick like
Texas.
2 or 3 other schools. Yep, Texas.
Michigan.
Maybe USC. Yeah, USC.
Just
and that'll be it.
Big name, big money.
Yep, and then we're just going to have an 8-team super playoff, and all the other teams are going to be left for dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad where the game that we've loved is heading. I mean, now don't get me wrong, we have a great couple games last week that kind of makes you forget about all of it. But then you come back to reality, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how with our picks, I'm still behind.
Actually, further behind.
Yeah, I mean,
back to the original 4 games back.
Yeah, but hey, we're gonna maybe be making a run. It's just it's only week 4. I mean, we both know the real season doesn't start till September anyway. I mean, not September, November.
Well,
We're in September. We just got done with September. Like, the real season doesn't start till about we get to Thanksgiving anyway. So I just got to stay above water and keep racking the dubs here or there, and we'll be all right.
just keep treading.
So before we get in, as always, our pick segment is brought to you by Zip and Zoobs Detailing, who offers a cleaning service for your vehicle, whether it be your car. Cody, is your car kind of dirty or no?
Very.
Very. Okay, yeah, so is mine. Or if you have any ag equipment by chance.
Don't have any
Which
of that.
I don't have any of that either. But if you or you know somebody who needs your car detailed or any type of machinery detailed, give the guys a call at 563-380-9772.
I actually saw Reese and Ray at Ocean's golf course on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
They having a fun time?
Yeah. They hadn't started yet, so yeah, at that point they probably were.
Okay, good. What time was this at? Just out of curiosity.
It was between our... we started at 9. It was probably around 11:15.
Okay, yeah, nope, I definitely wouldn't have went out there with them then. That's too late. Too late in the day.
And a shout out to Ray and his wife. It was their anniversary this week.
Yesterday. Yep.
Yesterday.
The 30th. Their 7-year anniversary. So, congrats to Ray and Jenna.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah. Hey, I was in that wedding.
Nice.
It was the only wedding I've been in, minus when I was a Rain Bear when I was 4, or 3, however old that was. So,
all right.
Okay. Ready to jump in? Ready to jump into some picks?
Yeah, I'll start us off. Let's go Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Really good Thursday night game, on paper at least.
Yeah.
Give me Baker in the Bucks.
I'm turning around on prime time Kirk Go Chains.
Okay. Going across the pond, the Jets and the Vikes.
I'm going to be rooting for, and I'm picking the Vikings.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with the Vikes too. That pains me to say. It really pains me to say. But Aaron has not won a game overseas. He's only played one. And the Jets looked bad last week. And the Vikings pass rush is pretty good. And the Jets O-line is
awful.
Yeah. So that should be fun.
Panthers at the Bears.
I hate these last two picks. I have to say Bears.
Yeah, you're rooting for, or not rooting for, but you're picking NFC North teams here.
I don't like it.
I also took the Bears.
Ravens at the Bungles.
Give me the Ravens as my first away team to win.
Ravens flock, let's fly. That's where
fair.
Should be an excellent kicking matchup, but I still believe in you, Justin Tucker. Oh boy. Cody, what's the next game?
Miami at New England. You know who I'm picking.
I know who you're picking. Snoop Huntley, we're going to ride with you one more week.
All right.
I'm scared.
I am too. Okay, who we got next?
Cleveland at Washington.
Give me Washington.
Same. Which means that Cleveland's going to somehow... Deshaun will probably play one good game, and then he'll probably get hurt again. But no, Jane Daniels he's learning how to slide. That's kind of being a hidden thing right now. If he can learn how to do that, he'll be fine. Oh, I don't like this one either.
Colts at the Jaguars. I don't know who starting quarterback is for the Colts yet.
I think it's going to be Flacco.
We're going.
Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead. It's your pick.
Okay. You know where I'm going. We're going to ride and die on the sunshine train.
I'm going against you, and I'm going to go with the Colts.
You're going to go with Mr. Elite himself. Okay. Bills Texans. Ugh. I had a similar reaction to a lot of these things.
Give me the Texans. Just because it's at home. I don't
Cody,
see Bills losing 2 in a row, but...
Cody, what did we say last week? Nobody circles the wagons. Like the Buffalo Bills. Give me Buffalo. I can't believe I'm picking against Houston, but that's what we're doing. Ooh. Raiders Broncos? Yeah. Can they both lose? Like, does somebody have to win this game?
We can just not pick, and does that like if you just don't pick, does that count as a tie?
It might.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Broncos, and my only reasoning for that is because screw you, Oakland.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he's not quite the worst owner in sports, but I believe is it Jeff Fisher or whoever the Oakland A's owner was. Yeah, he's not good. Not a nice owner. So
no.
I'm just gonna go more with Denver because Devontae might not play. Denver's defense is good.
They have good defense.
I hate Sean Payton, but yes.
Cardinals at 49ers.
Niners.
Yep.
Packers at the Rams.
I am going to ride with the Pack.
Yeah, and I mean, no Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. That's not good.
Poor Matt Stafford.
Yeah, he might be forced. He might be retired after this year. We'll see.
God.
Okay. What do we got next?
If Tua's out for the year, God, could they get a trade for him for the rest of the year? Because I would take that in a heartbeat.
Can you afford that?
He play behind that offensive line anyway.
I think he could. I mean, he played behind Detroit's offensive line for years.
That's true. I could play behind Detroit's offensive line right now, though. Holy stout.
So could I. Yeah, they're good.
I mean, I wouldn't do well, but I could play it.
very ferocious offensive line.
All right, here's the battle of New York quarterbacks. The Giants versus the Seahawks. Geno Smith playing for the used to be a Jets
Seahawks. Geno looked good. He got hit a lot, but he looked good.
The Giants aren't as good as Detroit.
No, they're not.
So it's
especially East Coast team going out west. That usually doesn't go well usually. Sunday night, Cowboys at the Steelers. Dallas is probably going to be without Micah Parsons, and they're for sure without DeMarcus Lawrence. Just an FYI.
I'm going to go with Dallas.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh because Justin Fields is playing really good, and TJ Watt's on the other side.
TJ Watt is very good.
And then Monday night, we going to agree on this one? Saints at the Chiefs?
Yeah, definitely the Saints, right? Just kidding.
Yeah. I believe they're still the defending champs, right? 2-time defending champs, Kansas City?
2-time.
Yep. Yep, that's who we're rolling with. We're rolling with KC.
They're the better team.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe they'll swing a trade for Devontae Adams or somebody. Somebody even suggested that they might trade for Cooper Kupp. Because that would make sense. The Rams would totally make that trade, and I don't think he's not fast, though, so he doesn't fit their MO.
How long is he out? Isn't he out for the season?
No, he might only be out like 2 more weeks.
Nakua's out for the season.
No, Nakua's on IR. He'll probably be back in 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just survive until then.
Yeah, basically. Which that's really going to be the case behind that offensive line. Matt Stafford just has to survive. Because it's not very good. Well, Cody, there are picks, and we have a little bit different, so I'm hoping I can make up some ground on you this week.
I hope you don't.
Well, thanks. You're a real friend.
What a shocker! I'm rooting for myself in that.
I don't know. Now, you ready to get into our top 5?
Let's do it.
So before we announce our topic for the top 5, just an FYI to all of our current or even new listeners, that our top 5, as always, is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tag Lawn Care. They specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs. Because, I mean, we're getting closer to snow time. I mean, and you know, people like to have their bushes and stuff trimmed, this time of the year too. They do that as well. And if you have any questions about, any lawn care needs that you have, give the guys a call at 563-203-4238 and tell them we sent you there.
I know that they would do a lot better of trimming the bushes than I did, because last time I ended up just cutting them down because I couldn't get them to look right.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got some stumps in my yard from bushes that were removed.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so, Cody, tell the people, what do we got for a topic this week?
Top 5 mascots in sports.
I love mascots.
They are kind of fun.
Can be a little annoying at times, sometimes when they really overshow.
Kind of the point of them, though.
Some of them can be kind of scary looking.
There are a few of those.
Yeah, but they're so fun. Okay, you want to lead us off?
Yeah, let's go. My number 5 is actually one I'm going to go probably see pretty soon. It's Blue at the horse of the Colts. I've seen him, he's animated. I just like seeing he behind the goalpost.
Yeah,
floating the ball
pretty
away.
Funny. Yeah, he's pretty funny. My number 5, we're going to go to Chicago. Benny the Bull.
Ooh.
I love Benny the Bull. You'll see stuff online that he'll do during Bulls games, considering that the Bulls are bad, so they need some entertainment.
Did see Derrick Rose just
retire? Yes, he did.
Retire too.
Yep. I mean, somehow made a 16-year NBA career out of that, which kudos to D Rose, considering all the injuries that he had to go through.
Yeah, he was a very good player for a short time.
Yes, he was. Just unfortunately one bad playoff game and hurt his knee, and he was never the same after that. So yeah, Benny the Bull checking in at number 5.
All right, my number 4 is the Philly Fanatic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He is a weird looking little thing and funny though.
I don't know what he's supposed to be. I really don't know what he's supposed to be.
I don't think anybody knows. But he's out there, man. He's green, and he's there.
Yes, he is. Okay, my number 4. This isn't even a team mascot. This is actually a very new mascot from last year. It's the big giant Pop-Tart from the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Nice.
That Pop-Tart was the star of the show. I can't even remember the 2 teams that were playing in that bowl game.
Doesn't matter.
All I can remember is that Pop-Tart, and especially when he was getting put into the big giant toaster.
Yep.
It's like,
that's great.
Legendary status right there.
Perfect. All right. Number 3, I'm not gonna lie to you. All my top 3 are homer picks, and I'm gonna go with Herky. Who doesn't love Herky, other than Cyclones fans?
Can I say I like old Herky better than new Herky? Like, you see the new Herky that has all the teeth. Like, he looks kind of scary looking. If you look at old Herky back in the early 2000s, he looked nice and friendly.
Yeah, I get that. I like all the Herkies that they have around Iowa City now. They have painted them different,
Oh, really?
Hawkeye wrestling one. They did them for every kind of event. Pretty sweet.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, number 3 for me. I'm gonna stick in the college drinks here. We're going with the Oregon Duck.
That's a good one.
I love the Oregon Duck. He is probably my favorite college mascot. So much swagger. Gets to ride in on a bike into the stadium, and the duck always looks like it's having a fun time. It really does.
And it's a Big Ten one now. I mean,
I know. Welcome to Big Ten country. I mean, did you see what he was doing, like, or whoever they had inside the mascot, but was doing before the season started? It was standing outside of all the Big Ten stadiums that it was going to be joining with the gates locked, trying to get in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it when they do things like that.
I know.
All right. Number 2. Hook 'em.
Oh, okay.
That's
a
the
good
name
one.
of their. That's the name of their mascot, though. Not Bevo.
Okay.
I mean Bevo.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wanted to go with like your traditional
mascot,
person
yeah.
mascot, not your.
Yeah. Live animal,
Yeah.
like Mike the Tiger, for example, or the whatever they call LSU calls their tiger and whatnot. Yeah.
Do you, fun fact though, do you know how Bevo got its name? At least that's what I read. So, I think it was. I should double check this, but the Texas Longhorns live animal is a longhorn bull named Bevo, and so the one that I read was a vandalized mascot. So the name came from a vandalized incident by Texas A&M students who branded the mascot 13-0 after beating Texas in a game. The UT students responded by changing the 13 to a B.
Okay.
And used the dash as a E. Like the little dash, they just put an E around it, and then they added a V in front of the 0.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
That's one of the possible names that it came from, because there's just because beef for beef, slang for beef. There's a drink called Bevo.
Okay. Hey, quick little side note. This might be the one semi-good thing about college realignment. Texas gets to play A&M now.
I know. I'm very happy about that.
We get at least that rivalry back.
Mm-hmm. But do we lose Texas Tech? Not that is as big, but...
No. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. We do lose that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that ruined Colt McCoy's chances at a natty.
Yep.
Texas Tech.
Yep.
But who is your numero dos?
We're going to the city of brotherly love. We're going to the hockey rinks. Give me Gritty, the big, giant, orange Flyers mascot that it fits the whole city. It fits the whole mascots with Phil, minus the Eagles one, but it's kind of like the Fanatic. I don't think anybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a big, giant orange blob, and it is weird eyes, but it's really freaking cool. It just fits. It fits all Philly stuff.
That is a good one. I actually like the fact that I recognize it tells you that it's good, because I don't watch. Up until this year, I didn't watch any hockey.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So numero
who's top dog?
Uno, of course. TD the Dolphin.
Oh, that's their mascot's name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In all honesty, I didn't
favorite.
even know Miami had. I didn't know they had a mascot. I didn't know they actually had a mascot.
Yeah, they do. It's a good one.
Okay.
I like. I mean, obviously a little bit of homerism there, but
I will say I do like the U's mascot, Sebastian, I believe is its name.
Oh yeah.
Also a little scary looking, but he's pretty cool. My number one, it's one you already had on your list. Let's see.
Barely see.
No, I can't see it. There's too big of a glare. I can't see it at all. But no, my number one is somebody you already had on your list. We're going back again to the city of brotherly love. It's the Philly Fanatic.
It's a good
coolest
one.
coolest mascot in all of sports.
The fact that it's like unknown, like what it is, why it is, makes it a little bit cooler.
But everybody knows that, like, you hear the name Philly Fanatic and you can
you got the picture,
visualize, yeah. And all the players love it. Like, At least I'm pretty sure all of them. I think there's maybe a couple of them that kind of got sick of it, but I think even like umpires and fellow managers have fun with it. It's the Philly Fanatic.
It is a good one.
Yeah. So that is my number one, and that is our mascot top 5.
It's a good one.
I know. I mean, I don't know if I feel kind of dirty putting 2 Philadelphia mascots in my top 5 because they're a lot nicer than the people there.
That's true. They are the city of brotherly love. I don't know if you know this, but like I don't know if your relationship with your brothers is the same as mine, but we used to beat the crap out of each other.
Maybe me and Austin a little bit. I did body slam him when he was like 2. Also because that was probably the last time I could do that because he's a lot stronger than I. But then there was one time we were playing Madden, and he got, I don't know if I can't remember if I did something to take him off or, well, I know I did something to kind of take him off, but something happened some way where it's when I had my braces and he yanked my headgear out, and it like ripped one of the it ripped like one of the brackets off that I had in the back. So that was fun.
Yikes. That ain't good.
No, I got in trouble for that too. I still don't know how. I know it makes no sense.
Brothers.
Yeah. We love them all though.
True that.
I mean, heck, Austin made an appearance on the podcast from far away. So, yeah, so anything else you would like to add on, kind sir?
I got, well, feed the fullback. First of all.
Thank you. Yes.
Like Miami, 4th and 1. Feed Alec Ingold. Because the cute stuff ain't working.
Well, I think, and I don't know if he's officially Houston's fullback, but this Agumbawale, who his sister is actually Enrique Agumbawale from the Dallas Waynes. Really good score. But
go ahead.
I was just gonna say he scored actually the game-winning touchdown for Houston against Jacksonville. I think he's technically listed as a running back, but I think he's technically a fullback.
Okay. Dikembe
Mutombo.
Yeah.
Mr. Fingerwig, Mr. No. Yeah, he
also passed away.
Due to brain cancer, which
that sucks.
No, that's awful. Kemba's such a lovable guy and did so much work off the court too.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's a rough week. And then actually the Frank from American Pickers also.
I saw that. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know who that is.
It was a good show. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. I think he kind of got booted off the show the last few years, but I used to watch it. It's a good show.
Okay, I gotcha.
And I did see right that. Here in Iowa.
Oh, really? Okay, I did not know
Davenport.
That. Interesting. I'm learning new stuff today. So yeah, just kind of a sad week.
Yeah.
In terms, but hopefully we were able to bring you guys some joy to everybody that's listening. As Cody said, feed the fullback.
And remember that they're people too.
That is true. That is very true.
Premature, but
yeah. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow, share, rate, review. I'm trying to think of everything that I've heard on every other podcast and what they say at the end. I think
mash that subscribe button.
Yeah. And we're going to eventually catch Joe Rogan, maybe. I think. We'll get there eventually.
First to a billion.
Actually, you know what? If that Haley Welch, you know that, what is that, hot two? Like, if she, I think she's number 3 on the podcast. Yep. If she can get that high, there's no reason we can't.
Spit on that thing.
No, Cody, just no, just no. No, she can enjoy her like 5 seconds of fame, and then that'll probably run out eventually. But
I would think so.
But don't worry, we'll get ours eventually. So okay, Cody, what do you look for?
I have 2 mouses down here, and I was using the wrong one.
Oh, well, that's not good. But you know what is good? Send us away.
Fullbacks are people too?
Yes, because I mean you kind of said it earlier, but you didn't really. So
that's true.
But yes, they are people too, and they are awesome. So much like everybody who's listening. So thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Peace.